Ashkeepers Legacy is a real tabletop RPG show for adults who choose to never grow up. But that does mean our shenanigans may not be appropriate for younger viewers and listeners. From colorful words to emotional highs and lows to fart and phallic jokes, we will hit it all. So please enjoy responsibly, like coffee or beer or buying dice. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back, friends and fellow gamers, to Detention Gaming! Woo! This is episode 27 of our Dungeons & Dragons campaign, Ashkeepers Legacy. And I'm going to pass it over to Joe to help with the announcements.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell if you want to get more content. We also have the Discord, and check us out on all the social medias, Instagram, TikTok. Did I get it all?
I heard social media,
Yeah.
TikTok.
I think
Discord?
I'm good.
Yes.
Instagram? Yep. Okay. Yep.
See, that was leagues better than anything I've ever done.
Yeah, but it's more funny.
We love a good improv. Yes, and. Yeah.
I don't. I also speed ran through it, but go for it.
Cool. Okay.
Pass it back to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. VOD's available Sunday. Oh, fuck. I still didn't update it.
Sunday.
Copy and pasting the whole thing.
Sundays.
It's Sunday afternoon.
At 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is not Saturday mornings anymore. I didn't update my intro script.
If it helps, on all I've been putting 6 p.m. in the little box. Sundays at 6.
Appreciate it. Yeah. See if you follow us. It already does the thing.
Oh, I switched the bio on TikTok, so it says like on Sundays at 6 p.m.
Thanks.
Yep. Uh-huh. We're doing great, team. We're doing great.
But intro.
That's it for the intro. So we're gonna do I'm gonna do a short recap of last session, and we're gonna dive right into the story. Yeah. We good?
Yes.
Yes.
Good to go.
Okay. Okay. Last time on Ashkeepers Legacy, our heroes celebrated the winter solstice in the Warriors' Grove with your companions. A night of revelry, food, drink, laughs, dancing, singing, and some kissing. Eventful for the lot of you. We begin our story in the morning as each of you find consciousness in your respective spaces, gathering inside of Fate's End Tavern. Snow covering the ground, a cloudy sky above, the fires in the tavern burning low with a slight warmth kind of emanating from them. The tavern is completely dead. There's a bit of a mess from the night of festivity prior. Currently, it is just the four of you and Samwise, who is currently working in the back and has a broom, and there's some animated brooms and dustpans and mops and things cleaning up the space art magically, but you all just kind of sit there a bit hungover, a bit groggy, and wishing that the festivities didn't end as soon as they did. I mean, some of you almost pulled an all-nighter if you didn't pull an all-nighter, so you don't really feel your A game at the moment, but nonetheless, Sam brings over some fresh food, and that is where we pick up our story. So, yeah, it's just the four of you inside of Fate's End Tavern, reliving the events of last night in your minds.
I think I'm definitely grabbing coffee, trying to warm up, feeling like I may have gotten a bit of frostbite after the fire died out since someone fell asleep.
Everybody fell asleep.
Who got the penis to the face again?
Oh yeah, you did.
You did.
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
I fell asleep first.
You fell asleep at all.
You got the penis to the face.
No, wasn't it Hugo?
Hugo got the
Hugo
first.
too.
Hugo got the first one.
But
You got the last one.
and it was not me.
You can't prove it.
But you can't prove it. I'll walk over and I'll be like, Armand,
What?
you should wash your face.
Why?
You
So,
just should do it. You just should do it.
It wasn't me.
What did you do? And
I was
straight to Tom.
I was busy.
That is bullshit.
Hey. It's too early. And I am too tired for you both to be fighting right now.
What?
Goofy?
Just please tell me it's not a dick.
I will tell you it's not a dick.
I won't tell you anything.
Insight check.
I'll put it this way. I can't tell you that it's not a dick.
You should probably just wash your face.
I slowly get up and I'm like glaring at Adora, and then I glare at Tom, and I go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I think from inside the bathroom you hear, "Oh, come on!"
Yep.
To be fair, I could have just let him walk around with it on his face.
Why did you?
Because
Do you think that was upset? You should have 2 days from now when he was on his face.
or if he saw hibiscus.
That was hilarious. Trust me, she will laugh too.
I come back and I like attempt to like, before I sit down, I attempt to kick Tom's chair out from under him.
Okay, so go ahead and give me an unarmed strike for me.
Oh, that was so close to being a 20. 19 plus 16.
Okay,
Or
so
not 16, 26.
26.
Yeah.
You walk over and very sturdily plant your feet, lift one leg up, and kick with great might. And you feel the chair shift suddenly under you. I need a dexterity saving throw from you. As the chair is jettisoned across the floor, scattering into a nearby table and other chairs.
It's still, it's advantage, don't worry.
It was 2 net ones.
No, it looked like it, but I think
We'll just 7.
it's a 7.
Oh.
It's
But
a
it
10.
was close.
You go falling to the floor prone as your chair just clatters against two nearby tables and chairs, and you are just down on the ground now.
Yeah.
Armand just
Not
looming
awake
over
enough
you.
for it.
Do I see this happen?
Oh yeah.
I instinctively grab my chair.
You're fine. You at least had the decency to tell me.
I grabbed my chair.
Thank
too.
you. I'm glad you see it that way.
You had no proof it was me.
I just.
You see like one of the arcane Roombas comes over, just like an animated like brush and dustpan, and it moves where the table had got like thrown to, and it stops. And it just kind of floats and like looks towards you, Armand, even though they don't have eyes or inanimate objects. And it just keeps sweeping and it goes a different way.
It just
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
You're getting judged.
Yep.
Time
Just
to-
floats, kind of shifts in your direction, and then just keeps sweeping, and then just keeps going.
I'm
off
being
another
judged by
direction.
the arcane Roomba.
I mean, you threw a chair in its path, so.
Come and
Yeah,
sits
or
up,
kicked.
snaps his fingers, and 1,000 like middle fingers you pop around. I can keep.
Oh, that's really mature. Well done.
I am not awake yet. Give me that coffee.
Boys, what did I just say?
Hey Sam, can we get some breakfast over
Darn
here?
it.
Potentially. Maybe it'll calm everyone down.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me. Sam seems to be fairly busy at the moment.
I can-
Seems a little bit overwhelmed, and it's funny, for an individual who does not need sleep, he looks very tired.
Oh,
I can
shit.
take care of it.
Oh, ooh, wait, no, I got this. 23.
23.
Ooh, DC was a 24.
Get wrecked.
He turns and he's just like, oh yeah, let me, sorry, I was a little distracted this
Here, I
morning.
can help
No,
clean
no,
up.
no, 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 sit. he sets his stuff down, like goes and puts his apron on and heads into the back. In moments, you instantly begin to smell kind of the cooking oils and things, and you hear the flame kind of spark up in the back, and he gets busy cooking.
Can I do an insight on why he might be? Is it just the party, or?
That's what your passive insight tells you, is it was just a very busy, long night.
Okay.
So.
And he's just done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Need some help in there?
You yell out, and moments go by, and you don't hear a reply, and then eventually he pops his head out. He's like, "No, I'm good, thanks, though," and pops back into the back.
I feel like an asshole.
I could have taken care of it.
You were busy fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey! You were the other half of that fight.
You started that fight. You have to outface it.
Technically, he started the fight because he drew a penis on my
You have
face.
no proof.
Technically,
Your
you have no
existence
proof.
is proof.
Oh my.
If it weren't for my existence, you would be.
To be fair, I brought the marker. I fell asleep with it in my hands. It is my fault.
Correct. The only person innocent here is me.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I just sit back in my chair pretty satisfied with myself.
Don't think you have a single like mischievous bone in that body of yours.
Oh yes, I do.
You're
It's not
forgiven
on
for
the
the
phrase.
marker because the marker is not the one who draws the penis. It is the hand that draws the penis.
Look like the lovely flowers over there by your house.
Can we not mention this at this moment in time?
It could have been my sister.
We do know Hibiscus to be mischievous.
She's worse
Did you
than I.
ask her?
She was gone.
Are you sure?
Sounds very suspect.
Is
Sounds
she,
like-
Is she gone? She's
Sounds
gone.
like the perfect
Yeah.
alibi.
You woke up alone, and yeah, you haven't seen her at all today.
I will ask her the next time I see her, and if she says that she did not, Hum is getting his head rammed through a wall.
Fair, but if she did, you owe Tom an apology.
He still has this problem with this thing called pride.
I know. It was worth a shot.
No, I just don't like you.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Anyways.
It's at this point that you see a familiar armored tiefling come walking in from outside in the cold, bearing a large shield.
Hey, Jack!
You see him clattering in from the cold. He's wearing like a large kind of fitted pelt around the outside of his armaments and a large cloak that billows behind him. And he just kind of walks into space with the large shield in his left arm and no sidearm equipped. And he just kind of comes into the cold and kind of like moves the snow out of his hair, shaking himself from any recent snowfall being outside, and approaches a nearby fire and kind of warms up, takes his mittens off, his gloves off, and looks and sees you all seated. And after warming his hands momentarily and kind of like breathing into them, he walks over towards your table. Just goes, "Good morning. How are you all doing today?
Good morning, Jax.
Quite alright.
Very well.
Did you enjoy the festivities last night?
Yep.
Maybe a little too much.
Are you looking for work? I could use some suitable warriors.
I'm good.
What?
What?
You're good?
Yes,
Good.
I'm looking for work.
Yes?
Yeah.
I got nothing better to do and could use some gold.
Does pay.
How much?
Well, I'd have to check with the treasurer on that, but we need you for a patrol. We're down. A few of your fellow Ashkeepers partied a little too hard last night, so we need someone to cover our eastern flank. Just usual patrol route on foot. Probably spend the better part of the day doing it, if you don't mind braving the cold.
Any chance to not be standing on the wall as part of the duty, I think I will take.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cold out there.
It's cold
We're
on the wall,
out.
too. At least we'll be moving.
Fair.
You'll be traveling around on the roads outside of the grove and the trade routes that lead to Burdusk, the nearest town. There's been reports of merchants not arriving, so we need you to investigate. We're worried that there could be some blockade or obstruction to the road that needs to be cleared, or something a bit more sinister at work that we need you all to deal with.
AAA, roadside security. On it.
Well, I mean,
Double A.
double A. You sure you don't want to come?
I like am looking at him directly
Mhm.
in like with my eye, like head on, so
Yeah.
he sees that he's reminded of my face.
Yeah, and he acknowledges it, and you look back at his torn asunder. He
I don't
bears
care.
many scars as well. And he just looks and goes, if you are able to apprehend any who are of just cause and bring them back for a formal trial, that would be good. We'd like to question them and see why it is they were doing what they're doing, if they're a part of a larger organization or enemy to the guild, but if they should pose great enough of a threat, you have full jurisdiction to...
Kill on sight.
And he just nods. It's like, handle them as you see fit.
Murder shouldn't be our first option.
We do have a system for sending fugitives to serve a just sentence after a trial, and with our treaty with the Lord's Alliance and other neighboring guilds, we are trying to stray away from the hack and slash cutthroat mercenary label that we've been given.
Okay.
So if you're willing to accept this, there is pay. I would, again, have to double check with the treasury and see how much that would be, but I've already spoken to Lady Commander Sylvana, and she's granted permission for you all to leave your posts for the day to take on to patrol, and she agrees with me in the fact that we think you're ready for a bit more than just guard duty.
Not that I don't respect guard duty.
Bullshit.
It's just boring as fuck.
I'm ready for patrol.
He just smiles and nods. He goes, very well. Prepare yourselves and enjoy your breakfast, and prepare to camp out in the snow if such occasion arises. You can travel as far out in the territory that we've set out, and he pulls out a map. And it's a map of the region of Eltengard and where the Warriors Grove is, and where you see where Burdusk is labeled, and you see the road and the river, and it runs. You see Boulder's Gate on the far side. So you all will be heading kind of a southeastern route down away from the grove. He goes, if you'd like, you can travel as far south as Burdusk itself and make contact with some of the noblemen there, or you can return to the grove and take a night's rest, and if you find any leads, you can report them to myself or the detectives or your commander, and we will move forward with whatever intel you gain.
Is there anyone specific we should keep on the lookout for?
No, not necessarily. Many aren't traveling the roads this time of year with the weather being so bad. However, with the festivities and bringing in so many locals, I fear that some may have sought an opportunity to pick away at weary travelers at this time of year. Being cold and this desolate landscape can make someone very desperate for food, money, even a fire.
Good to go then. I can head back to the house and grab more pelts. I'm sure my father wouldn't mind.
He's gonna come back to no pelts.
Well, he's not come back anyway, so.
It's fair. Let's eat.
And Sam came back with the food.
Yep. Yeah, I think about that time Sam comes back, and him and Jax kind of talk. He kind of pulls him aside and asks him a few things. And Jax just kind of looks at you all as you begin to eat, and he's like, I'll take my leave then.
Okay.
Farewell.
Where should we meet you?
He kind of stops and looks back. He goes, oh, you're not meeting me anyway.
Oh.
Oh, you're not going?
No,
I'm in.
this is entrusted
Wow.
to you for.
We're on it. We can handle it. Thank you.
Be safe. And Moon Maiden guide you. And he turns around and leaves.
Armand. I wait until Jackson.
Yeah, you hear him clunk away in his armor, and then he takes back out into the cold as the door closes behind him.
Armand, I understand that you have your feelings towards him, but he's on the council. Respect should be given.
Respect is earned.
Yeah, and you're ducking egg.
We're consistently being judged and graded and watched to see if we can be part of this guard indefinitely, if we can help this grove, and to live up to what our parents expect of us. And that attitude is
Childish? Immature?
it's gonna get us all in trouble.
Question. How would you like be judged on your worst day? You're all close by
I
now.
actually wouldn't mind that. Because it reminds me not to have another one.
But have you seen him? He obviously has been through some shit.
Understand from what AQB has told me.
I'm sure he doesn't take what happened lightly.
Again, respect is earned. He has a chance to earn it back. But that's on him. I will be civil,
That's all I ask.
and I will take his orders, follow his lead. He does outrank us, but doesn't mean that he has my respect.
Fine. But civility is what he should be given. Especially when he's giving us orders for a job. And I just turn to my food and I start eating.
Okay. You are given ample time to ingest and enjoy your meals.
I'm gonna run and grab those extra pelts. Does anyone else need anything for the winter?
I was gonna run home and grab some pelts as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Tom?
He's already putting on his layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers.
Do you need an extra beanie?
Maybe.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be good.
Okay. So you go out and fetch whatever items you need for your journey. Is there anything in particular anyone's looking for before leaving the grove?
A magical thirst should make coffee.
Magical thermos?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and we'll just say, just for the sake of time, quick investigation check.
Nope.
Yeah, this is you just popping into whatever shops are open at this time. What did you get total?
Oh gosh.
Well, it's not 4.
Okay.
It's a 5.
I
Five.
was gonna say,
Okay.
was it a
So
5?
Was it a 3?
So with a 5, unfortunately, many of the shops aren't open this early, especially after the night of, revelry and celebrating that happened the night before. So for what few things you find open, more like market stalls in the market, you don't find any. You find some metal crafted cups and containers and things that can retain heat a lot better, but they're not magically enchanted. So
I couldn't afford much more anyway.
okay.
I think she's gonna see if there's some extra tents that are compact,
Okay.
just to kind of assist.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make an investigation check as well, if you don't mind.
And she's just checking what's at the house.
Oh, okay.
Ooh. 18.
18. Yeah, you actually get kind of back into some more closed off storage spaces and you find a lot of outdoor gear, tents, bedrolls,
Cool.
pretty much whatever you would want when you're camping. You find a good chunk of what you need. You said specifically tents?
Tents and pelts. More pelts.
And more pelts. Okay, yeah, you find the pelts no issue as well.
Warm gear.
Yeah.
And an extra beanie for Tom.
Okay. Excellent. Anything else from the two of you? No?
No, I'm just running home to get pelts really
Yeah.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah, no issue whatsoever.
They said camping, and you immediately run to grab the bag.
The Snoopy movie bag.
Yeah.
I'm assuming since this is like actual like job that everything is provided.
With what you bring.
It was specifically said with what we bring.
Yeah.
I'm going to fiddle with my thing that I've been trying to make with the dagger that I blacksmithed and the leather that I took from Leonas's house to try and make the stabby thing.
Okay.
I'm just while I'm waiting
You're
because
just-
I'm just at
yeah,
Fate's
you're
End,
just
so I'm just
tinkering.
tinkering.
And you're just doing it at Fate's End?
Yeah.
Give me what would this be? A tool. So you're using the tool. You use a skill you're proficient in, braining, I believe, to attempt to do it. Because you're proficient with, it's Smith's tools, right?
Yeah.
Your Smith's tools.
Mhm.
And then, does it say on Smith's tools what you use for it? Would it be like athletics, like hand, or is it just up to me?
It's up to you.
It's up
It's
to
up to
me?
you, yeah.
I have the power.
You're the GM.
I'll say because you're not like forging it from the fire and like coals and whatnot, that
Yeah.
this would be a sleight of hand check.
Cool.
But you add your proficiency because you're proficient in the tools. Is that how it
You get
works? Or no, you
advantage.
get advantage if you're proficient. There you go. Okay. So many things to remember.
You can
You
handbook
got
I
this.
appreciate it, David.
That is an 18.
18, and you're trying
You got
to.
advantage, by the way.
But I'm not proficient inside of hand.
Oh.
So I
Yeah,
just
so it's
roll-
just a straight
It's
roll.
just a straight roll.
So you have the dagger that you forged, and you are trying to
I'm trying to make
use the straps
Hidden
to
dagger
strap
type
it
thing.
into.
Yeah.
Essentially, you're trying to conceal the dagger in your greave in your gauntlet bracer, but you're trying to also affix it into it,
Yeah.
right?
that like if as like a backup to the emergency that like.
So are
if
you
I-
trying to? So just to clarify, are you trying to sheath it, have like a sheath attached where it just sheaths in and out and it's like a quick pull dagger?
Yeah.
Or are you trying to like have it be very Assassin's Creed-esque, like actual dagger you could stab someone
I don't-
with
I think
affixed around?
I'm trying to like make it so that if I needed to in a emergency situation as a last resort, that I could just like flex my hand and have it come out just enough to like stab somebody in.
Okay.
Not like shoot out and be like.
No,
a
no,
full
no.
dagger,
Yeah,
just, like-
absolutely. Yeah. But like it's a concealed dagger that no one will see.
yeah,
But the tip and edge of it will poke out enough that if you
it could do some
switch
damage.
up your hand, you could stab somebody with it.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
right.
so you're concealing it in the bracer and like wrapping it.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So I'd say yes, you managed to do so. I will say the cold of the metal and the blade there,
Mhm.
you're gonna have to work on it again and probably get some more
Yeah.
insulation and furs or something, so it's just less dagger on skin right there.
Yeah.
It's a little risky right now, but it serves the function.
Yeah,
with what time you're
It's just
doing it.
something I'm
Yeah.
working on.
Yeah.
that I'm still fiddling with.
Yeah, and it's slipped in to where you could remove it.
Yeah.
And then place it in later if you want to. So it's not like affixed in there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Cool. And as you kind of wrap that up, as you're fiddling with it at the table, you see your companions return one by one with the gear that you all see fit to bring on this journey. You all have rations, I believe, still. Yes.
Yes.
So this would be a day's journey at most. So it would be maximum 2 rations, unless for whatever reason you guys are out in the field longer than that. Because you still kept all of the rations that Sam gave you all prior to your trip as well.
And Tom's been
I'm
cooking.
not out of
Tom's been
that.
cooking, so I don't think you guys have been down on rations at all.
No, I have 9 right now.
I have 8.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh yeah, because you gave one to somebody.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. It's okay. I don't eat as much as you all do.
I'm like halfway, like
Ugh.
a mountain of food. Like
I'll
what?
save a bagel if I need.
Okay. So we take off into the winter winds as you set foot onto the road, leaving the southern gate of the Warriors' Grove as the snowfall just kind of falls gently around you all. And you see the heavy foot traffic and a lot of the roadways leading outside of the gates into the wilderness and you see the main road in the distance. Someone, you don't know who, but someone or someone's, multiple people have gone out and like shoveled snow off the roads, and there's some salt that was laid out, but constant snowfall, it's difficult to kind of keep the snow completely off of the road. But you are not the only ones leaving the Warriors' Grove this early. You see other families, merchants, other people who are there just in the night, wagons carrying all kinds of things, performers, some of the like fire dancers you saw last night, and other like more circus-esque folk who are traveling, a traveling festival, are mounting up, and they're leaving as well and kind of parting ways on the road, traveling either east or west. And you see the river frozen over in places, and it's a massive river that's gauged. You see some ships sailing on either way, heading either to Boulder's Gate or away further inland, away from Boulder's Gate. And you're all just kind of standing there, the four of you out on the road with your gear and everything, and your heading would be, if we're facing south, would be due left onto the road as you head towards Burdusk. And the terrain around you on the other side of the river, you see the massive bog that's just frozen over in being winter, ice and snow and bare trees, and you see the large tombstones and like standing stones that jut up out of the snow with snow on top of them that just is a cavalcade in the distance. It's all you see. The lands, it's just the dead lands, like it's just this old giant graveyard where battles have been fought, and it's kind of a spooky place most travelers avoid, and it's on the other side of this massive river too. So like if you think like Mississippi River, like very big, like you'd have to take a ship across or find a bridge to cross it. You're just traveling on the road on the other side, and it's kind of this sparse woodlands in places as you're traveling, but primarily large open plains that's just blanket of snow. And you can see tracks of creatures that have come and gone. You see wagon marks, and like this is a heavily traveled road that you're on right now. So you don't necessarily feel like super removed, like out in the wilderness. Like you've traveled these roads before, it's familiar to you all. But yeah, you're just traveling together, and it's kind of quiet, and yes, it's cold, but you're warm enough that it's not any level of discomfort. At this point, I'd like someone to roll a d4 for me.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do my tiny one.
Which one?
We instantly die.
A 3.
A 3.
That's a good number. Good.
Okay. As you're traveling along the road, you see a group of individuals kind of moving in your direction. Fellow travelers, you see them all bundled up and cloaked as well. And as they pass, you see one of them just kind of turns, and you see this young, teenage, draconic, dragonborn individual just with a smile, this red scales look towards you all. It's like, Dragon's Queen's blessing upon you travelers, and just keeps traveling with their troop.
Troop?
Yeah, their troop. Like there's probably half a dozen of these followers that are traveling together, and they seem to be of a religious occupation.
Got it.
Yeah. Like traveling monks or priests.
Are we thinking...
I just want to history check. Is that 20 for the Dragon Queen?
Oh, yeah. So this would be religion, but it's a nat 20. So this is in reference to Tiamat, the
That's
chromatic
what I thought.
dragon queen.
Comes me in.
Yeah. Yeah, it does kind of raise a brow, and hair kind of stands up on the back of your neck, because while they are a opened worship, as Tiamat has open worship in the Pantheon, she's definitely more of a sinister being, a bit more evil-aligned goddess of greed and power, but her worship is open, and she does hold dominion over chromatic dragons and dragonkind. So it's not completely unorthodox, but they are also known as a cult, not just a church. So yeah, it's
Just keep walking.
yeah, they keep walking as well. Like that one person stops, speaks their piece, but they continue traveling on in the snow. And
If
it's
I
just
look
kind of
back
like
and I
two
tell
ships
what
passing.
direction they're going?
They're heading back the way you came, like towards the Grove or towards Boulder's Gate, like miles and miles and miles
But
down
it
the
could
way.
also be Boulder's Gate
Yeah.
that they're headed to.
This is a heavily traveled route.
We're on a main road.
Yeah.
I don't trust it.
No, me either. But that's mostly players.
Do we get the sense they're up to no good right now?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
I think it's fine. Let's keep
Okay.
moving.
Keep walking, just keep
Yeah.
walking.
Hey, Adora, did you
Yep.
see that place, the battleground area?
Yeah, I did.
I'd love to see that one day.
I bet.
That'd be cool.
Maybe when it's warmer outside.
Just imagine all the history there.
Comes just player trying to just kind of grabs her mom by the throat and slowly goes out.
Okay. Someone else, please roll a d4 for me.
Me. Tiny dice.
Tiny dice.
Tiny die.
Also a 3.
Also a 3. Can you re-roll for me?
Yeah.
Because we did that one.
Also a 3.
Oh my gosh.
Until it's not a 3 anymore.
4.
Hey, nice.
Now we die.
No, oh my god.
Traveling through the road, you come to a stop because you see this massive track on the road that goes down to the water. And you actually see a bit of what looked like something on the river bank that got really close to the water, and you actually see pieces and fragments of like bones, and then this massive mat of like hair and bone and just grossness that's frozen over, just kind of lumped, kind of partially in the water, and massive tracks of some very large creature that has been through here recently.
Can I make an investigation check?
So this would be a nature check.
Nature check.
Yeah.
8.
8. To you, these look just kind of like giant bear tracks.
Can I like tell like what the thing frozen in the middle of the river is?
You said you got an 8 on your nature check. Honestly, you're having a really hard time discerning exactly what it is. It just looks like a giant clump of like feathers, hair, bones, and just gross bits that have kind of floated in from the river, and like maybe some vegetation. It looks semi-digested. It's really gross.
I keep walking.
Okay.
I'm like,
Cool.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, you see the rest of your companions are just continuing on without you, and you kind of like pick up the pace and catch up with them.
Yeah.
Cool. Who's next?
I'm gonna put up the tiniest of dice.
Yes.
Tiny die?
Dave was like, I see your tiny die.
I raise you a microscopic.
I was like, can you read the numbers on that?
Barely. I'm a real one here.
As you continue on the road, Akhenaten, you see ahead of you what looks like a broken down wagon. Wheel has gone off and is actually rather damaged. And you notice what looks like this female red-headed dwarf who's pelted up and is trying to affix this metal wagon wheel and this massive covered metal wagon. And next to her is this massive, maybe 7-foot tall, very long, lively, long built, just freestanding suit of armor that is just looming over, and it's holding what looks like in its hands this opened pack of tools. And this dwarf is reaching over and grabbing tools from it, and is like currently trying to affix this wheel as you all approach. Oblivious at your approach, currently very in tune at what's going on.
Oi! Need some help?
See, she kind of like looks up, kind of confused for a moment, and looks over, and she's like, "Oh no, I think I've got it. Don't worry about me, friend." And you see the animated armor kind of like turns around with the tools in hand, and kind of turns with this aggressive, like, on guard step as you approach the flank of both of them. And she's like, "Oh, calm down, don't be so aggressive." She kind of like stands up and dusts her hands off from the stone. You see her hands, she has gloves on her belt, but she took them off and they're like beet red cold. And she looks over and she's like, "Oh, am I in your way? I'm trying to get it fixed."
Are you sure? We're totally able to help.
Okay, at this point I will allow persuasion from someone with advantage from the rest of the group. So one person rolls.
What's your persuasion?
I think it's pretty high.
I have a
Like,
plus
my
1,
mom.
so probably
I have a plus 5.
4. Oh, so then you.
I beat by 1. with infected creatures. 24.
24. Looks, she's like, all right. You suppose it wouldn't hurt if you took a crack at it.
No.
It's very kind of you. I'm Tink, by the way. It's nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you, Tink.
You see around her neck, she's bearing a holy symbol. If anyone wants to roll a religion check.
Not me. -1.
Okay.
No clue. Armand, give me a hand.
Nat 20. 23.
Ooh, nice.
Dang, I thought I had a good roll.
What'd you get?
Look, we're rolling religion.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so the two of you recognize the anvil and sparked hammer of Gond, the god of creation, artificing?
Artificer?
Artificing?
I probably would have seen
Invention.
that in Paris a lot.
Yeah. It's he has a large temple in Baldur's Gate. So there's a lot of followers in the region.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. She just kind of looks at you all with a smile and hands over the tools. She's like, oh, and this is Cog! And kind of taps the large, massive, armored, animated armor that's just kind of standing there looming over.
Craft him?
She's like, oh yeah, this is a passion project of mine. I've been working on him for quite some time.
Why'd you make him so damn big?
Well, it's helped me reach things I can't quite reach in the workshop. It's nice I can store things much higher now.
Yeah, but you're that damn big.
Well, you know, it's
I'm just,
also nice to have some...
Fiddling with the wagon.
Yeah. How?
Yeah.
But just
I'm helping Adora, like
Okay.
lifting the wagon like a bit so it's easier.
I'm trying to
Okay.
affix said wheel. Or at least like...
Are you proficient with carpenter's tools?
No, I'm just trying to brute strength back onto the
hang
wagon.
on, I'm like
Oh, okay.
features and traits. Is it in?
Proficiencies, I believe.
Oh. Okay, let's see.
It's on the left. Oh, I don't know what you're looking at. Never mind.
Oh, vehicles, land vehicles.
Oh, okay. So your proficiency land
Yeah.
vehicles. Okay. That will
Wait,
help.
wait,
That will
wait.
help in this.
You're doing it wrong.
I've got the wheel. I'm just gonna shove it.
No, you have to get it at a right angle. It's not
Right
it's-
angle.
No. Oh my gosh.
The wheel's
Adora.
also broken.
I'm just
Adora.
holding it like the sooner we come to a decision, the sooner I can
Okay,
put this
well
down.
let's fix the wheel first.
I just dropped the pieces.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I take and I
I need
start.
an athletics check from you if you don't mind, because you're holding the wagon up. And then what are you attempting to do?
Nat
Fix
20.
the wheel.
Nice. So you're just deadlifting this wagon, and Tink's just like, wow.
I'm fixing the wheel so that it'll probably properly slide on.
Okay. So go ahead and make a. What would this be?
And I have the tools, vehicle, land, athlete.
Yes, you are proficient with land vehicles, which means
The wagon.
using the wagon, like controlling the horse or creature and where it's going. Proficiency with carpenter's tools would allow you to actually fix said wheel.
Son of a bitch!
But that said, that doesn't mean that you aren't unaccustomed to breaks and things that might happen with land vehicles, this being one.
I like your
So,
thinking.
I'm gonna be considerate with this. So,
Cool.
what skill would you like to attempt to use?
Try-
Fix the wheel.
So either sleight of hand or
Okay.
Survival? How's your survival?
no.
No.
Sleight of hand.
Okay, so let's do a sleight of hand roll. It's not advantage.
Okay.
You don't have tool proficiency.
14.
Okay. I'd say you do manage. It's not perfect fix, but it's a good patchwork job.
Okay.
That will get
She can
Tink
probably
where
get-
she's going.
Better.
Yeah. But yeah, you managed to kind of like use some things, tie it around, get the broken, segmented piece of the wheel affixed in there, and kind of like have to use some rope and tie that into place among the rest of the wheel. And then with Armand, who's just deadlifting the wagon as your feet are planted in the snow and you're just unyielding and unmoving as you're holding.
Do you need help at all?
No, I'm good.
All right, I'll keep
I
watch.
pat Armand's
Okay.
arms.
So I'm
He's
just
got it.
scanning the road to make sure that like we're covered.
And I like Jimmy the wheel back on while Armand's
Yeah.
holding the wagon, and I stand back proud looking at the job.
And with the wagon wheel back on, you see Cog goes and reaches down with the metal cap piece and twists it on so the wheel doesn't come off and kind of backs off, and you set down the wagon and onto the road again, and
I like
it's fixed.
shake out my arms a little bit like
Yeah.
that was a good workout.
You good?
Yeah.
Cool.
That was a good burn.
That was impressive.
Thank you.
Tinky's just like, thank you all so much for your help. I'm so grateful. where are you headed? I can give you a ride. If you...
We're heading actually the opposite direction, where I've been sent to deal with problems on the road.
We're scouting for our home.
Oh,
Were you traveling from the festival?
festival? No, I was traveling on business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was making a pilgrimage to Baldur's Gate. I'm going to apprentice there soon. I'm really excited about it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There's a small town just outside of it. Stop by there. They'll probably help you fix that. Keep that from breaking more.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Is there anything I could do for thanks? You warm beverage, some food, or I don't know, so I get some coin to spare if you're willing to take a.
No, I think we're
Take that.
I think we're okay.
We're good. Thank you for offering, but this was not necessary.
Anything weird happened on your travels just coming this direction?
Oh, I saw some owlbear tracks, so maybe beware of that. Other than that, I nothing out of the ordinary, just fellow travelers. Yeah. No issues so far. I mean, I have quite the bodyguard and looks over, just motionless, large armor.
I'll make sure to come and check out Baldur's Gate one day and see if you've made it big with this guy.
Oh, that would be great. What was your names again? I don't think I caught any of your names.
Vivian.
Vivian,
Armand.
Armand,
There you come, Tom.
Tom,
Adora.
Adora. Well, thank you all very much. God's blessing upon you. And if you don't mind, I can, if you want, I can give you some divine fortune for the next bit.
Sure. Thank you.
Once we part ways, she like holds out her holy symbol, and you see, as she holds out her holy symbol, there's a small metal gear that comes out of it and is glowing with runes, and it spins in her hand, and there's just kind of this hum that goes out in this radius around, and she casts bless on the four of you for the next, I think, hour.
That's rad.
Hell yeah.
So you add a d4 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Thank you.
Nothing wrong, yes.
What was your name again?
It was Tink.
Tink. Very nice to meet you, Tink.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Tink, if you do end up going to the town that's before Baldur's Gate, go to the artificer's shop. His name's Gremlin, but he has a young apprentice named Omar. That's my brother. He's building something quite similar to your guy.
Oh, you don't say. Well, it's fascinating. I'll definitely say hi at the very least.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware there are any outside of Baldur's Gate this far removed from a city.
Well, there's a very good reason to go up with this.
She like raises an eyebrow. She's like, should I be concerned at all?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, did you hear the fireworks the other night?
I did. It's a good
Half of those were
thing.
actually fireworks.
Oh, nothing wrong with a bit of experimentation with pyrotechnics in the fields, but yeah, I suppose it's good that it's a bit removed from civilized society if it's a bit more risky experimentation. Well, nonetheless, I thank you all kindly, and I'm going to continue on the road, and I will explore this grove you speak of, and hope our paths cross again.
I hope so.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Tink.
Safe travels. And she turns, she's like, okay, Cog, time to go. And she goes and like climbs up into the back, and you see Cog just comes walking over and picks up the wagon and starts pulling it, and just is carrying the wagon as it's walking along the road.
So the robot is also the horse.
Yep.
I've heard
Who would've
things
thought?
you referred to by horsepower before, so...
Yep.
Shall we continue?
Also, we don't do anything for free!
What?
We do things because we're good and because
It's decent.
duty.
Yeah? So? You good so you don't do it for free?
We're not here to profit off weary travelers. We're here to help.
Yeah, profit just gets something else for the worse.
I think we're not going to see eye to eye on this.
We're never going to see that. You're way up there!
I'm going to continue on, yeah?
We have a job.
okay.
Armand's already leaving. Shall we?
Okay. Cool. As you continue down the road, I'd say you travel a few hours incrementally, like through these random encounters you're having on the road. Like you're getting good distance away from the Warriors Grove as you're traveling on this patrol route, as you're following the map and direction you've been given. And I need you all to make a perception check.
Oh shit!
Did you get a 4?
No.
Damn.
17.
Okay, 17. You said 4?
No, 10.
Oh, 10.
14.
14.
11.
11.
Me.
As you're traveling across the river, those of you that got above a 10
Woo! Woo!
catch movement in the snow. And it's fleeting, but you keep looking over your shoulder across the river and you keep catching movement, but every time you look, you don't see anything. It's like out of the corner of your eye. Who got the highest?
I did.
So Armand, your eyes, you look over and you catch this movement one more time. You look over and see apparitions fighting. You see what look like ghostly warriors that are fighting one another in the snow. And as you blink, they're gone.
I think we're.
It's like you got a fragment of a battle long since past that's reliving itself.
I think we are in a haunted area.
We're moving.
I've got my dream.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Yep. Push
There's
it.
no such thing as hauntings.
Oh, bite your tongue.
That is a very ignorant thing to say.
History lives on, Adora.
Tom's like halfway.
Tom's fucking gone.
Nope. Come on. Nope.
But Tom!
Nope.
Not that I agree with him, but I don't think we should disturb the ghosts.
I'm
Sorry,
not trying to
I'm having trouble with the connection. Please try again in a
No.
moment.
My table, sir. Get the fuck out of here. This is my game. Did I say something to elicit the AI?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
Forget that
Or
now.
just it's
Ignore
just-
tech.
Yeah. Ignore, please.
All right. Continue.
At least it's not the lights this time.
At least it's not the lights.
I would prefer to watch all that.
That's hilarious.
Siri was like, I'm in this episode
Yeah.
now.
Siri wants to play.
Siri wants
It's like Voldemort. Can't say her name
I know.
No.
in any capacity.
We just said it 4 times.
Yeah.
I know.
She's like, I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said.
Siri can go play D&D with Alexa and Gemini.
That's
Oh my god.
wow.
The fuck is a
That would be
Gemini?
terrifying.
It's the Apple. It's the Android.
The AIs. Yeah.
That would be a rad campaign. But anyways.
Anyways.
Anyways,
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay,
they
but
were also. It looked like. they were
I'd be
fighting
respectful though, you know, like I just
I'm
want to know their
not dealing
story.
with it.
But they were fighting, so I think that they're busy.
I'm just following Tom.
I follow.
Maybe if I spot them on the way back, we can. But
I don't want to disturb them. I just want to know. Okay, never mind.
you're a strange girl.
I like history.
It's not a bad thing.
Continue down the road together, and the roadway gives away from the open plains and bog and like woodlands and on the other side of the river to a more densely kind of compacted area of trees that you begin to travel through, and this frozen kind of wonderland is just it's beautiful frozen streams, trees that have pines on them or empty and bare, no leaves, kind of just lack of color, just kind of a blanket of white everywhere. You do, however, in the road ahead of you see a lot of tracks in this area and lots of drag marks. You see hoof prints, and it looks like there's a bit of blood spray in places, and you actually find some bodies on the road.
Does it look like owlbear potential tracks?
Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
I'm gonna check the bodies to see if there's
I
any
will
discerning.
I'll help check the bodies.
Or well, number 1, I'm gonna check to see if they're alive, and then or
Okay.
like they're hurt.
So medicine check, and then
I'm gonna check. Not off of the ones that I think Adora finds not alive. I'm gonna check to see if they have like any identifying like little thingies.
okay. So investigation check.
10.
10.
6.
6
13.
have no idea if an owlbear was involved from what you can find.
Uh,
It was a 6 medicine check or a 10 medicine check.
13.
13 investigation. You find something in the lack that there's anything to find. These bodies have already been looted. You find that all of these bodies are indeed dead.
We weren't the first one to pass them.
No.
What did this?
Bandits.
I think the dog followed us.
There's just a stray dog in the road just sniffing around, scavenging.
Immediately I go to pet it. Drop everything else, I pet the dog.
Tom's gonna be trying to track anything he can.
Yeah, I'm gonna look to see where the tracks lead away from this scene.
Okay, so perception checks or survival checks.
What's your survival?
Oh.
+1.
Wanna help me?
Yeah, I'll help Tom.
Okay, and you're proficient?
Yep.
Perfect.
21.
Okay.
Survival.
So between the two of you, looking at all of these tracks and the hoof prints and drag marks and everything, you can tell based on the imprints in the snow itself that it seems that there was a large wagon that had fallen over, and these seem to be travelers, and based on their garb and the wounds that they have taken, you see both physical lacerations and points of heavy impact and bludgeoning, but also some arcane wound marks of like force and fire. You can tell that these individuals were slain with both physical weaponry and also some archaic means. And there are also some dead horses, which means that whatever they were traveling with or had was taken, and the tracks suggest that they were basically slain, looted, and all the tracks kind of lead off of the main road, kind of on an open hunting trail that leads kind of further into the wilderness off the main road.
I almost thought it was gonna be Tink who stole the wagon.
And it's just Aaron Conqueror's like, your shit's mine now.
Yeah! Oh, shit.
And you helped her. That would have been
That would have been
diabolical.
fucked.
Yeah.
Hi.
But no, it is heading off in the
Okay,
other direction.
Other direction.
Yeah.
That's where I was like, holy shit.
So if you think it's like main road that you're on and you guys are traveling this
Yeah.
way, and then there's kind of a shoot off that goes further north.
I wonder if this could be what we're supposed to be keeping an eye out for.
Looks like we got at least one beer, one slasher, and unfortunately they have a mage.
We need to be careful, but I think this is something we should investigate.
Okay. I'm still petting the dog, but I'm paying attention.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright. I don't like this, but
Stay close. Keep vigilant. We'll figure out what's going on.
Okay.
I look at Armand petting the dog. Vigilant.
I'm being vigilant, but can I take the dog with us?
No.
No.
We're about to get into trouble.
But like a dog.
You can come back for the
It
dog.
can be trained
You
to
can
be
come
like a-
back.
It can be trained to be a watchdog.
Yes, but right
No,
now
it's
it's a
not.
liability, and do you want him to get hurt?
Leave the doggo. We'll come back for
I
it.
think of Zeke.
I don't
No!
I don't remember seeing
Don't
it.
remember Zeke.
No, you I don't say it. I don't say it.
I go
though.
think of, and you probably don't even hear the words.
Yeah, it's
Think
just
of what?
incohabent. It's just the words are muffled. They're muted.
I can't make out the word that you're saying. Think of what?
How does Armand not remember who?
I had a trade that Zeke or something. Dog.
You don't want the dog to get hurt.
That's depressing.
I mean, I don't want the dog to get hurt, but I don't want it to like be out in the middle of the snow alone by itself.
It's been out here. It'll be okay. We can come back for it. Why don't you tie it up to a tree and we'll come back?
Don't tie it up to a tree.
That's cruel.
What if it needs to run
There's an
away?
open in the area.
True. We should let the dog go so it can run away.
Milo, look what you started.
I give the dog like one of my rations. And
Okay. Dog enjoys your rations as it just kind of sits there. And it's, I imagine it's like a husky. It's like a big fuzzy, like winter-esque dog that's doing just fine out in the elements right now. So,
Just burp.
yeah.
Appropriate.
I guess the party.
Yeah, which is awesome because it's perfect time for break. So, speaking of pets, go take care of yours. We'll be back here shortly. Hydrate, snacks, all this stuff. Yeah. See y'all after the break. And welcome back, folks, from the break. Resuming into the session. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you. Coming back into the session, you have found tracks. You have found the remnants of a recent attack or ambush, and all the clues point further into the wilderness off of the main road. So, I'm curious on what your style of approach is into the wilderness. Your marching order, where's positioned who based on perspective of how you're traversing through the wilderness. It is kind of this just wide cutout like game trail pass that's been widened out, and you see wagon wheels beyond it that have cut through the snow and the mud and dirt and rocks in places. It seems like whatever large foot traffic has come through this portion of the wilderness and forest, they have like forced their way through.
I can potentially fly to scout it out first.
Can you do so stealthily?
I can certainly try. I can do my best. I mean, unless you have a better idea.
I was just gonna try to track him.
I mean, there's that, but
We can do that on the ground though.
we can take the high.
Vivian takes Overwatch.
Yeah.
If you can, potentially take the high ground, so then we can have surprise. Hopefully, maybe.
We don't
Maybe
know
that's a
what we're
bad
rocking
idea.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I don't have enough information right now. So, alrighty, I'll take a point around.
I'll be up in the sky.
Okay, so you're gonna fly above the
Yep.
party, unleashing your draconic wings that you
Mhm.
can summon, and the rest of you are going on foot. In what order, out of curiosity? You're gonna be shoulder to shoulder, beside one another? Are you gonna go single file line? Are you gonna do like? Are you gonna distance yourselves out from each other? Like, what's the feat?
I think single file, pan in front, you in the middle, me in the back.
Tom?
Nice old character. Who dis?
They're pretty much the same person.
But he's not.
He copy pasted.
Different font.
Not even different font.
Technically.
Anyway.
So
Tom
you're saying
Tom in front, you in the middle, me in the back. Some distance, but keeping each other in our line of sight.
okay. How far?
I want to say like maybe like 5 feet.
Okay,
I'd
so
say
you're
like 10 feet.
Yeah,
10 feet. Okay, so there's like a gap in between each
Yeah.
of you. Okay, so
I got time for this.
okay, so it's who is it? It's Tum, you, and then Adora.
Tom, Adora, me.
Okay, so Tum, Adora. Okay, you
I think
got it.
the door should be the back. Chink, chink, chink. Gonna be a little hard to sneak up.
He's right.
Mm.
I have a hard time being quiet.
Yes. According to my notes, chainmail does invoke disadvantage on stealth checks. Clinky armors.
Fine.
Alright. I'll take up the rear.
So it will be Tum tracking, Armand in the middle, Adora bringing up the rear. So if you would not mind, I would need a stealth check from all of you, please.
12.
for attacks and saving throws, not skills.
We're fine.
We gave.
Oh, we're fucking
14.
up.
14.
Okay. The one with disadvantage is the one that's being the most stealthy.
I think because I'm the most cautious about it.
To be fair, the terrain isn't the best for trying to stealth. Like you're trudging through some
Snow.
off-road snowfall that's pretty heavily
It's a
compacted.
country- it's a-
And you are up in the sky. Where did you get on your stealth check?
12.
12. Okay, so you're
She
flying
is
up in
bright.
the clouds and you're above the tree line and you just see the blanket of white in the trees and you see some gaps in the areas. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
To be fair, she is also a bright purple.
9.
9.
Wait. Oh no.
What?
That's not. It's a skill.
Yep. Yeah. Flying up above, you do follow the tracks. It's not difficult, and you have the aerial advantage at the moment as you're flying over. You fly over, and you see this camp displayed out before you. You see a fire pit, some stacked logs, some benches, some tents, what looks like a wagon, and some horses that are in the cold, drinking from a water trough. There is a map out, but for our viewers, they will see the map. But I'm just describing it also so visually, or in our theater of the minds, you kind of have an understanding of where everything is. Large pine trees, oak trees, crates and things, and you see half a dozen humanoids walking about the space, and you see your troop is further down this trail. They're gonna run smack dab into it in a matter of a minute. So, yeah, you see some individuals strewn about in places. I'm gonna link. Just gonna place some peoples around.
They're just peoples.
Yep, they just look like it's just a camp. They're just moving
Wow.
around the camp.
Oh, they have to murder people.
They don't look murderous.
Says 2 of them have axes.
And at the distance in flight that you are at with the cloud cover and snow, it's difficult to see exactly what they look like. These are just humanoids moving around the space.
There's the mage.
We could have turned the table for you.
I know,
Reachy McGee.
I know. I'm not used to having a dial.
He talks about long arms from use them.
New dial, who dis?
New dial, who dis?
Who dis?
Yeah.
Where are we approaching from?
Oh yeah, which way?
So, I realize I should mark the dial, like a compass. We'll say that you're approaching from this southern way. The road, or the trail that you're following will lead you here. It's kind of the entry point.
Oh, put my rock there. Somewhere. It's
good.
my special rock.
You can keep your special route.
Thanks.
Just remember, south of the wagon.
South of the wagon, got it.
Till our mom throws the wagon.
Which way were we again?
And it is very green, but it is blanketed in white with snow.
Cool.
Yeah.
You're not having enough powder sugar.
I have a lot of fake snow. I just did not have the time to
Um,
powder sugar the terrain, and that's very messy.
I'm gonna try and swoop down a little bit and land in the top of one of the trees. Just like kind of on the outskirts to not tip anyone off, hopefully.
Okay.
Another stealth check.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
that.
Fuck me! Jesus.
Got any inspiration?
Oh, I do!
If I'm heroic inspiration, just mark it in the
So
game
like
log that you're
6,
using an
7.
inspiration.
Shut up!
Math.
No.
It was even worse.
Change
How
that-
many inspiration did I have?
I don't
Let's
remember.
check. Maybe more than.
Did we give inspiration for the last episode?
Did we vote? Let's check. Let's double check. We'll double check.
To play the game.
Play the game.
Play the game.
Play the game. We did not determine who won play the game for session 26. There's a vote for Vivian, a vote for Armand.
Did I vote?
I don't know.
I voted. I think I voted for
Prior to that session though, Tom, you had 2, Adora, you were capped out at 3, Armand had 0, and Vivian you only had the 1.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Based on what I am looking at.
Son of a
Bitch.
So let's finish this vote, and then this will determine whether or not Vivian has a second. I don't know if I can look and see who voted or not.
Let me see.
Looks like Angel.
I don't
you
think I
voted
did.
for Armand.
I don't think I voted.
And Olivia, you voted for Vivi.
Mm-hmm.
And Adora won the last one, so you
So,
can
Okay.
vote.
David, give your vote out loud.
I just want to record it. Just so
Wait.
this is why.
I'm trying to remember what happened with last session.
Last
was
session was the
I-
festival. Yeah.
Yes, but I'm trying to remember what exactly these two gifts.
Fair. And just for context for viewers, play of the game each session I award a heroic inspiration to a single player, and it's a vote based on the group of who we think the players
whoever.
won the play of the game. The
Whoever
previous
I'm
winner
sure.
could not win the point from last time if they won. So you can't just like consistently keep voting
They're
for the
both
same person
observed.
every single time. So yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It's different. And we allow stacking on heroic inspiration. I don't know if I already
Yeah.
said that. Maximum of 3 at a time.
3.
I'm gonna vote Vivian.
Oh, so it's a tie.
It's a tie.
Oh, you fuckers!
That's him.
Dang.
Nick.
No, I know, but the fact that the 4 of you did 2 and 2, so I have to rank the time.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
I've always wanted this to happen.
Me too.
Oh, this is tough. Oh man, you both did really well last session. I'm trying to remember all that you did, and for the sake of time, because I don't want to take up time like rehashing last session. Oh man.
If I
you
could
did-
sway it in my favor, I did bring a girl home to meet my mother.
You did. Vivian had some great RP though too, especially with Trench. That was pretty good. Talk about some big game stuff. Congrats, Armand.
Okay.
I rolled for it.
Hell yeah.
That's smart.
So you just had the 1.
I got a 10.
Okay, 10. Okay, where would you like to place yourself in the treetops in this area of terrain?
Over here.
Like up over here?
Yeah.
Do you want to, Olivia, do you mind grabbing out the combat tiers, the top left shelf inside the shelf? And we can post Vivian up in the trees.
Or I could just use this.
Oh, no, I have dinghies.
Okay.
I have dinghies. I get to use all the dinghies. I'm very excited. Very excited. And I'd say the highest you can get is the tallest tree, so you'd be about 15 feet off the ground.
Both or
Okay.
just one?
Huh? Just one. Just one of them is fine.
Only one of us can fly.
Yeah.
At the moment.
Yeah.
For now.
For now.
For now. Cool.
Perfect. And then you can kind of just slide it up. See, can we? Oh my gosh, yes.
Do you love it?
Yes. We'll
Okay.
just put you safely, kind of like up in the tree over here.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
I think she's smart enough
Something
to
like
know,
that.
like, not to get too close
Yeah.
because of snowfall.
Mm-hmm. So you come and you flap down into one of the trees, and the horses clock you, and they get spooked a bit, but then they kind of settle down, and you see one of the humanoids over there, also equipped with a bow and arrow, kind of goes and calms them down, just kind of brushes them off and calms them down, completely oblivious to you landing in the tree nearby. And like the snow did settle off of the branches, and like there was movement enough that it spooked them. And everyone in this camp seems to be oblivious to the fact that you just flew into proximity and landed where you did. Your companions are like a few minutes down the road-ish. They'll be arriving soon.
Can I see anything a little bit more now that I'm closer? Or...
Yeah, I mean, you see what look like some barrels, some chests, some wagons, some more crates in the larger wagon. You see some blood splatter on those crates and chests, and you see that they're currently cleaning weapons. They're using snow and dirty cloths or torn clothing and are cleaning off what looks like kind of like almost semi-frozen blood spray on axes and weapons and spears and javelins and all of these different weaponries. And you see some of them are moving crates around and chests around, and they're opening them up to like wardrobes and to like trade goods and all manner of different things.
Can I hear potentially who they're trying to, or what their purpose is?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me. Okay. 12.
Oh my shit.
With the wind, because you're up in the treetop, just going by, you're hearing some conversation, but you can't quite make out exactly what language it is. You know it's not common.
Okay.
At least the conversation nearest to you isn't common.
Okay.
You can't tell what language it is, and it's a little bit too far away from where you're at to like fully eavesdrop.
But they're up to no good.
Doesn't seem like it.
Dirty scoundrels. Okay. Dirty scoundrels.
Yeah. The rest of you, you're continuing following the tracks, and the tracks are relatively fresh in the snow, especially the wagon tracks. You can estimate that last encounter that you saw the remnants of, the aftermath of on the road, was maybe less than an hour prior to you finding it. So,
One short rest.
yeah, you continue onward, and eventually you see movement in the distance, and you all are approaching from the southern side here. And go ahead and make perception checks for me, the three of you. Great.
Would you believe?
It's a
Oh,
4.
no. Well, at least you're both of that.
7
19.
total.
7, 19,
21.
21. The two of you clock Vivian in the tree. You
I'm in
do-
the back.
You're in the back. You are being stealthy. You do not clock Vivian in the tree. However, as you approach, you see what looks like a few individuals kind of like turn and look around, and you clock this in the tree. They're hearing the approach of your companions. And some of them begin to turn face, and they just kind of whistle out to each other, and kind of turn their directions in that way. A little
I'm
curious on
mess-
who's approaching.
I message Adora. You've been found out. You've been found out. Keep your guard up.
Okay.
Can I respond?
You have message?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, up to 25 words.
I'm in the back. Tell Tom.
Okay.
And then I'll message Tom.
Message. Is message a cantrip?
Yep.
Okay, yep, okay, yeah.
They know you're there. Keep guard.
Okay.
Hey, I don't know what's coming. So let's go. Want to go on flashy?
I'm still trying to creep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go in flashy.
Well, they know we're coming. She wants to try to see if we can scare him into a surrender.
Odd or even, David?
Odd. I'm an odd guy.
Okay, that was a 13.
That's not lucky.
Okay. My eye immediately like flashes like the vibrant green as I enter into the rage, and now that I have the storm herald like little thingy, like lightning kind of like crackles like around me. I'm like, let's fucking go.
Go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! 2.
2. You hear your sword in your sheath as you approach
Oh my
for
God.
battle, and you hear just telepathically in your mind, just like, I'll watch your flank, and you get a +1 to your AC
Yeah!
for
Okay.
this combat.
Fuck yeah.
As you
If
feel
we
the
do
energy
it-
of your blade
I'm gonna
prepare
try
for
and-
battle. Go ahead and roll for your runes.
Cool.
And then if you are raging, go ahead and
Not
roll.
yet. I'm
Not
not-
yet? Okay.
not yet.
So when you do, don't forget to roll your moon
Yep.
dice.
19 armor class, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
Ooh, I
I
had.
gotta make a note.
Tough
of
one,
that.
who dis?
I don't.
We're going to get big. We're going to get big and look scary.
And you're
I'm still
using your
creeping
shield
up. I don't
with
know
your
what you
sword,
got
so it's
planned.
19.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just get big, look scary.
So
That's all
that's,
I do.
But you're like, I'm in the back.
Loser.
please phone another friend.
Cool. While you're rolling for runes and we're getting ready, let's go ahead and just roll an initiative order so we know combat-wise who's going when and where. There's no surprise round because they hear someone coming, but they necessarily aren't engaged for combat yet. So
We're
I'm going to
saying-
take that into account. You don't get a full round of surprise, but I will say that they are still semi-surprised in this first round. Like, they don't get skipped, but they don't really know what they're dealing with at the moment. 'Cause they don't know who you are or what you're doing.
Also, message to Tom what I see as best I can.
You got 25 words. What do you say?
Do it. I'll count.
Yeah. The magic of the spell's got its
Was
limits.
fuck number 1.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
That's one.
They have axes, mage, up to no good.
There's the extended pause in the arcane message. An eerie silence.
I see 8 people.
That's 13.
Okay. Yeah. And that's the end of the message. Good stuff. And you can reply with up to 25 words if you wish.
Gonna try something potentially stupid.
Okay.
Have a rush ready to go. Target mage first.
Okay.
And Tom's just gonna walk his happy ass out there, flanked by a stormy herald and a giant.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay. So you, as you grow big and like the nearby tree branches and things kind of rattle and everything, and your size, you take up that space. You can tell a few of them kind of are like, wait, what the fuck is that? As they see the trees kind of move a bit in the distance, and your heavier footfalls in the snow sound much larger. So the three of you are just going to walk out side by side. Okay, let's grab your minis and just post you up right here. Right next to one another.
I like
so
the
right
idea
here.
of Tom being in the center, flanked by the 2 giants.
Yeah.
Giant, and
Yeah.
then giant. Normal person.
Okay.
And I look really short. Put me out a little bit in front of him.
Yeah, just like
To go here.
there. Okay. Cool.
Great.
All right,
What
and
would
then
be-
initiative order. Anything above 20.
I got 22.
All right.
20 on 20 on the nose.
Grandpa would be
20
so
on the
proud of
nose
his
for
flying.
Arcana.
20 on the nose.
Yeah, he would.
Ooh.
You're taking
Dex.
your
What's the
lessons
dex
Yeah, yeah.
between the both of you? Breaks the tie.
Sucky.
+3.
Yeah, he got
Okay, so it's Armand. It's triple A.
Could've
Triple
rolled.
A first.
Triple
Triple A is first.
Yeah.
9.
9. Okay.
AAA V.
Okay.
AV Club.
The AV Club.
Triple AV Club.
AAA V Club.
Okay.
A Squared Club.
We get all before that.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
A Cubed Club.
Nice. Yep. So it's gonna go Armand, Akhenaten, Vivian, or Adora, then Vivian, then them. In turn order. So you come out. Initiative is. So we'll start off with you. Akhenaten has some kind of plan, and you're backing him up.
I'm gonna hold my action until someone starts it.
So until like someone attacks or something. Okay. So you're holding your attack action. Okay. Attack action until someone attacks. All right. Akhenaten.
Ladies, gentlemen, I heard you guys are causing some trouble around here. Who do I need to talk to?
Go ahead and make a, I guess, intimidation check for me. And I will give
You
you
have
advantage
advantage.
because you have a half giant and half giant with you.
Intimidation. 24.
24.
Holy fuck, bro!
Oh, 19.5.
Okay. You see this individual kind of at the edge of the camp kind of looks back and looks with a brow raised and sees the three of you approach. Just like, you're trespassing. Turn back.
No.
This is a private camp.
No, it's not. Please follow back from the road. Here's what's going to happen. You guys are going to present your weapons, and you're going to come back with fresh judgment. So here's what's going to happen if you don't. I have a half giantess and a small army. And I, on the other hand, snap his fingers. This is my own cast a huge, like, just ball of magic above his head. And I'm the son of an archfey. And when I find out, please look around. If not, stand at and she'll go to our station on yard.
See this individual covered in pelts kind of looks back at the rest of the group, and there's this moment of hesitation as they look around amongst each other. Your display is quite intimidating to them. You see they all just kind of look, and there's this unweariness, and you see them looking around. Go ahead and make an insight check. Everyone can make an insight check.
I have no clue.
Okay. That's fair.
10.
Okay.
22. Hell yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's a 15.
15. The two of you being the highest on the insight checks, they seem to be looking around for someone else who's not present. You can tell that there's someone who's not present and none of them feel comfortable speaking right now.
Okay.
So there's just this awkward tension of like they're being threatened, they don't know what to do. Do they defend themselves? Do they yield? Do they who are they? They don't know who you are. Like there's just this awkward, very tense moment of who's gonna, draw an arrow first or sling a spell or swing an axe first.
I also look around for somebody else. I'm
I
tall.
let Tom know. I messaged to Tom. They're looking for someone.
Okay, you can do that on your turn because we are in
Oh,
initiative.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just letting everyone know the context of this reaction to the tone.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else for your turn?
Nope, he's just gonna wait. He has that minor illusion above his. Acting like he's casting a giant.
Yeah.
So he's bluffing his way right now.
Mhm.
I'm trying to intimidate the crap out of him. He got to stand the fuck down.
So we don't have to fight 8 people.
It's a 2-on-1 fight, man. You know?
Yeah.
And can we prefer not to go werewolf right now?
Is that it?
Yep.
All right, Adora, you want to look around for anything else? Go ahead and make a perception check for me. Kind of keeping your focus on the immediate threat at hand and looking around, you see other various tracks around the camp leading out into the wilderness, but it's a dense wilderness, and again, the snow cover makes it a bit difficult, so at the moment you do not see anything else.
I'm just
or
gonna
anyone else.
march right up to that guy and not swing at him or anything.
Mhm.
Just get up and look right down at him.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, I want to get right in front of him.
Yeah, right in front of them.
And be as I'm gonna like put my legs out, put my hands on my thighs, and like lean over, and just look him in the face. Be like, stand down.
Go ahead and make another intimidation check for me.
Is it rigid?
You also have.
Oh yeah, I'll give you advantage of your posse. Tom's got a thing going and Armand's there to back you up too.
Okay. With a -1,
Mm-hmm.
it's 16.
Okay.
16, okay. You see this stoic, dark-skinned human man with, scars on the face, kind of a grizzled, kind of like aftershave and half-shaven head that's kind of pulled up into a top knot, and he's wearing a bunch of pelts and is very bundled up and a bit cold, and you can tell his breathing's a bit staggered, and he looks stressed. And as you approach and loom over him and just like squat down, just this giant visage of you towering over him, you can see there's this look of desperation, and you can see a bit of survival instinct kicking in of like him thinking you were coming to attack, and he's just kind of blinking back, looking at you, hesitant. He's not wanting to make the first move, but you can tell
He's ready to.
he's ready to. Yeah, there's no like verbal response. He's just kind of breathing, looking back at you as you're just kind of like staring and looming over.
Okay, so I'm also positioned myself so that I'm like with where I've walked. I'm kind of trying to shield Armand and Akhenaten. Like they can see through my legs, but like
No, yeah.
they'll have to go through me to get to them.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm gonna hold there.
Okay. All right, Vivian, it's your go. You said you wanted to message Tom about something.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
That
They're looking for somebody.
They're looking for.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Someone, obviously the leader,
Mhm.
who's not there.
Keep an eye out.
And then do I have any bonus? Let's see.
Okay. Where does there go? They all just kind of look at each other a bit weary. Let's see. The horses definitely get spooked, but they're like all kind of like tied down and everything. This individual moves up. This one moves up here. This one kind of moves out this way. Up there. This individual goes
Oh shit.
back there and vanishes from sight. That is the last place you see them. They break line of sight with you all. They all approach and technically outnumbered. Yes, large and imposing. You see the one in the green over there just kind of stops and goes, "Perhaps this display of barbarism is to compensate for lack of experience on the battlefield. You seem eager to prove yourselves. We are not going anywhere, not willingly. You are free to try." And you see all of them kind of bolster and draw out their weapons, and various weapons at that, and stand at the ready.
Well, we tried the easy way, but y'all wanna fuck around. Time for y'all to find out. Army, do your thing.
Immediately, I set out like my rope dart and the one that's
Here,
right
and I
there.
will help. I'm gonna number them so we know
Ooh.
who is what. Here, I might have one of you guys help me with this.
Okay.
How many are out there? 6 of them? So we
Eight.
need 8 of them. So we need 1 through 8.
Yep, this is a
Okay.
right.
Well, 7 if the one disappeared.
Yeah.
But
No,
I'm
yeah,
like,
we can number that
Which
individual
unfortunately is
too.
probably
just-
a mage.
You know, that was probably a rogue.
Or a druid.
they're probably going to get
1, 2,
whoever they're looking for.
3,
Which I was gonna
4,
hold.
5.
I should have
Okay.
held a hex as my bonus action to go on whoever they bring back.
Well, you can still.
You still have to bring, but technically, so
I mean, on your
Not
turn.
even. Yeah.
you don't know where they're going with Hex, unfortunately. But it's not Hunter's Mark.
No, I know. I'm saying for whoever held it.
Someone number them for me. It
For
doesn't really
whoever
matter who's
comes
what,
back.
But let me see.
This one's number 4.
Dash upside down. Dash upside. Oh god. Okay.
Number 1.
Number one.
Number.
I'm number
I'm gonna
1.
move the street.
I'm number 1.
No, I'm just thinking Codename Kiss next
That
door.
one got.
These kids stand up.
Thank you for the help.
I'm coming.
Okay, so number 2 is which guy? Or is that 5?
This
It
is
will
a
be
5.
worth the struggles because
Okay.
I can accurately keep track of
2 is this
enemy
guy.
Okay.
HP.
4, 1, 7.
And then who will someone be my condition bearer?
Just kill
For condition range.
I will be the condition bearer.
Okay, here's that.
The bearer of the condition range.
The bearer of the death.
I think we just need a raging token, raging
2
condition
raging.
for
I think that's all.
Adora. And eventually
Right.
one for Tum.
Oh,
I'm not raging.
Or you're not raging. Oh,
Fire!
fire!
I've got giant smite on.
Yes.
I
yes.
need a raging on mine.
Yes, you need.
I need one.
Do you want to know what my runes are?
Yes, please.
So the first one is cleave.
Mm-hmm.
My combat mastery is cleave. My giant resistance is thunder.
Okay.
And my runic
That's gonna
movement
take
is
some getting
immune
used
to
to.
being knocked prone.
Ooh, okay. Good to know.
Can never remember which is waxing, which is waning.
Waning, I think, is little.
Yeah.
Waxing, I think, is big.
Yep.
Waxing's big.
Yeah, the dark is waning, the light is waxing. Yep.
Moon stuff. Moon stuff.
Stuff.
Do you want me to turn
Yeah, y'all can turn it around if you want to adjust perspective and look at the battlefield differently.
This is so fucking cool.
I know, I love it. Okay. But yeah, Armand. You hear a stab on your enchanted sword, just scream. I was like, let's go get the bloody fuckers!
I'm still using my using my arm that I have the shield on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach for my rope dart,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to that's definitely closer than 30 feet for me, right? Number 2.
Here, do you want to measure it out? Let's see, 30 feet is...
I think he's only 10 feet.
5, 10,
15?
15?
Yeah, he's only 15. So yeah, I'm
Yeah, if he's within... You said, what's the range? 30 feet?
30 feet.
Yeah, if he's within 6 squares.
Yeah,
you're
oh,
good.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, then I'm just gonna shoot my blow dart right, or my rope dart
Yeah.
right at his face, or I'm hoping to get his face, but I'm also kind of aiming for the shoulder.
Yes. Okay. So, and this is which number?
2.
Oh, 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
And I will be doing this recklessly.
Okay, reckless rope dart attack.
Ooh, thank God. 21.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Uh, 4.
Okay. And then what's the combat mastery of your weapon? Do you have that?
Yes, it
For
is
rope
slow.
dart. Slow.
Where does it hit him, if I can ask?
You were aiming for upper neck, head, chest. So I imagine it slices into the skin, maybe lower neck, kind of shoulder blade. As he attempts to dodge out of the way.
Oh, so it doesn't impale him?
It doesn't impale him unless that's a function of the weapon, does it? If it hits, does it have a thing where you can pull
I was
him?
kind of hoping if it doesn't. Well, I was hoping that if it impaled him, I would be able to yank him and kind of drag him to me.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's what you want it to happen. It sticks into the upper shoulder blade. The blade pierces into him and he screams out, just in pain. His blood sprays across his pelts. Yeah, and it gives him the, what was it? Sap?
Slow.
Slow, so that means...
It reduces his speed by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Yes. Excellent. Okay. Noted.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna start dragging him to me.
Okay, go ahead and make a athletics check for me. This will be contested.
19.
19. You go to pull, and one of two things will happen. Either it will dislodge from the wound and return to you, if you pull it back, or you will start pulling them towards you, and the bladed, serrated nature of your rope dart has hooked into his clothing or flesh, and you are pulling him, and he's moved 5 feet closer. Which one is that?
He is
This one? So, just yanked 5 feet closer as you begin the process of reeling him in.
Oh,
Yeah, he's just as he's holding this taut rope, this other weapon.
you caught your fish. Ooh.
Okay, so hold on.
This tree was
Also, as bonus action, before we move on,
Yeah,
with. Can it work if I've technically pulled him 5 feet to me and now he's within that 10 feet range?
for what? For your attack?
My bonus action, which is the storm aura sea, where I can kind of hit him with lightning.
I mean,
Especially
you
if it's-
literally pull him into the aura.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, that's fine.
Then I am going to say that also, since it's still like in him, like lodged in him, the lightning literally comes from me through the rope dart to like the tip of the rope.
Okay. Yeah, just the lightning travels down the rope into the wound. Just screaming out as he's being tased
And
and
that
is
is
partially impaled.
An additional, so he's got 4 damage already, and
Yep.
then an additional 3 lightning damage.
Okay.
Okay, number 7.
Nice.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. That is you, Armand. Going to Akhenaton.
Alright, well, I won, Joe. So he's well away from his friends when he rages.
Mm-hmm.
And how much is he in charge? Okay, cool, he's in charge.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm never gonna like that sound.
Arms growing,
Yeah.
and arms growing just the huge claws and gets bigger, but it still looks more like It's not that. Yeah, okay, you guys are fucked. And Clovis isn't, and Howl of Terror.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't have a range on this, or
Oh, that's right. I meant to. I think the range is 30 feet. And then the save is your... Don't you have a barbarian save?
usually
DC?
most things on this one I think it's called.
Yeah, so that's what it'll do.
So 30 feet, I'm just gonna angle my howl to hit one that one.
Pretty much everyone except the archer and the one that's rope darted, and then the
Guys.
cloaked one that's way off where.
So that's
everybody
going
else.
to be math this real quick. DC 15 wisdom save for all those guys.
Okay. First two. So you come around, you rage, and as your bestial urge kind of like manifests in your rage, you see the two other marauders, if you want to call them that. These two humanoids look with eyes wide concerned as you shift, and then you howl out. You out into the streaking, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's a cross between a wolf howl and a goat shriek. Or something?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first two, the DC of this is what?
15.
15. The first two are considered frightened of you. What's the next? The one by the fire succeeds naturally. The other, how many others are there? There's what? So that's
Do you
3,
need to
4, 5. The halfling looking one there.
Yeah.
Or no, the other axe wielding one, number 6. What is that? 6?
Yeah.
Succeeded. Halfling one also succeeded. And then was that archer with 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, that one's just out of range. So looks like those 3 succeeded. The 2 closest to you failed.
Cool.
They're considered frightened.
As I claw to this first one.
Okay, number 7.
I'm not gonna reckless. Because I have bless.
Oh, I
Yes,
had
you
bless.
all have
Yes!
bless still, yep. With the blessing of gone.
It's okay. Next time.
The one who did not break the
12.
The one who did not steal the cart.
No.
Yeah.
12 into that
Tink.
first.
12 does hit.
Ooh.
They seem to be wearing just simple pelts and leather armor.
Oh, we're gonna slaughter these guys.
We're not supposed to slaughter them.
8.
8 points of damage on number 7.
Yep.
There might be some.
Where
I'm in control, so I can
that's my
actually-
initiative. Traka.
Vivian might not be.
No, I'm writing it wrong. You said 8 points.
8 points to number 7. How's he?
Hurt.
Beast claw secondary attack.
Yeah.
Higher.
Yep.
lower damage though. Only 5.
5. Okay. Yeah, you're just slashing into this individual. They're just and they're like screaming out because they're frightened of you from your howl, and you just are lashing into the other. And the other one's just sort of looking back in horror, like it's a horror film, and they are wielding some kind of a melee weapon, like a pike or a spear, and they're stammering back into the snow. It looks like they're gonna flee. The other ones see this, are like, "What the fuck?" You see the halfling moves over, it's like, "To arms, everyone, to arms!" And they just start screaming out in panic and. Yeah, it seems like y'all have just kicked off combat. Just is what it is.
They should have surrendered.
Yeah. Okay, is that it, Akhenaten?
That's spell slashing action movement.
Alright, Adora, it's now your show.
I'm
Giant
calling
woman.
it right now
Mm-hmm.
that whilst I'm fighting these people, I'm doing so non-lethally.
Okay.
That's no fun.
So I will be fighting unarmed,
Mm-hmm.
aiming to knock out, not murder.
Understood.
Okay.
You are also a giant.
Yes, but my intention is not to murder.
So
understand.
really, Giant Adora has good intentions,
Yes.
but it's out of her control
Yes.
because she's massive.
Yes.
Okay.
I just want it on the record that
What
my
I'm
intention
trying to think of a fair compromise for this. If you knock someone unconscious, and because you're a giant, and you're still coming into your strength, I'd say you have a 75% chance to knock them unconscious. There's a 25% chance
And
that
murder
if
them
you
outright.
accidentally want trauma, murder them.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, your shield is like alone.
Yeah.
It's just the size of bigger
to be
than
fair,
them.
To be fair, Dom, it should probably be 50-50.
Sure.
Just to be.
I don't know. I feel like 75-25.
Okay.
You're trying not to flatten them into the ground. You know, I get it.
Okay, so I'm going to.
There's a 50% chance whether they get concussed.
No, right.
I'm gonna attack number 3, which is the tiny one.
The halfling.
4!
That's a football.
They look and they're just like 2 arms, and then they look up.
I was
Like a
good.
bug.
15.
15 hits. Go ahead.
Kick her in the tent.
Oh, it was more than 15. I forgot a plus 8, so it was 15
Oh,
plus 8.
yeah.
I just did my 20 and my D4, and I was like 15. D6, 2 plus 6. 8 plus D6, because I am a giant.
You are giant.
11 points of damage on
How
that.
do you do it?
I know.
11 points.
To be fair, if it was me, I would have been grabbing that little guy.
It was 11 total.
I would have been using the little guy to beat the big guys
You come
up.
down. Is this with open fist or shield?
Open fist.
Open fist. You just down on top of them. They try to like roll and dodge out of the way, and they're just indented into the snow, and they get back up and wincing from the pain. They're still fighting.
Ooh,
They're
tough guy.
definitely. You think that looking at them that they are considered bloodied after that strike.
So, because as I was walking up to battle, I put my runes on my arms and some on my shield to give me my runic abilities. And I have the cleave option. Once per turn, I can make another melee attack on a creature within 5 feet.
Ooh.
Oh yes.
Within 5 feet, yeah. Of the first that's within my reach. So I hit the little halfling with one arm, and then I'll turn to the next guy, and with my shield just like punch up.
Okay. Yeah.
To number 8.
Yes, to number 8.
Okay.
Technically, be a bonk backhand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No!
It's a natural 20
Whoa!
plus a 4.
God,
So it's a 24 plus 8.
That's 32!
32 to hit.
32.
Oh my god, that's a critical injury.
That's a critical injury
That's death.
on the bandit. So
That's death.
you impact. Okay, let's do the crit damage.
Yep.
So maximum damage die.
Okay, so 6 plus 6 is 12. Wait, no, 6.
So it's six. It's a d6.
It's a D6.
So it's 6 plus roll a d6.
5.
11.
11 plus your modifier.
6.
So
You
7.
don't add the modifier to the equipment check.
Oh no, I don't add my modifier because it's the second attack.
Oh, okay.
That's how we bounce over.
So it's 11.
So it's
but
11.
do I also get Giant's Might?
You'll get that one for sure.
Only one.
There you go.
Sweet. So it's 11.
It's 11. 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
On
Plus the
second guy.
critical injury.
Plus a critical injury. So go ahead and roll a d10 for me.
Gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guy.
This is just yup.
This archer, she like looks over and just comes out of nowhere.
Catches the backhand of a
Yeah.
giant.
4.
4. As you backhand, you see she goes flying into the snow, and where she was standing, one of her legs just falls over as you blow her off of one of her
Wait,
legs.
is it 5 or 8 that you were hitting?
This one, right?
No.
Oh wait,
This one.
over there?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
8.
so
I was on 8.
so this individual who you were looming over before, this guy,
Yeah.
he looks over at you, and as he like goes to like duck out of the way, kind of blindsided by it, you just and you just hear the and he's ripped out of his leg socket and he loses a limb. He has reduced movement speed. He can no longer he falls prone if he attempts to dash. And yeah, regeneration magic could restore it if he survives, but he is one-legged as you backhand this
I
fucking
think I'm just like,
guy.
huh, and I see the leg and I'm like, oh no. Too much. And I'm like, sorry. Okay. Let's go.
He's like writhing in pain. He's hobbling on one leg. Cool. Does that end your turn?
That does, in fact, end my turn.
Okay. Vivian, it's now your go.
Yeah, I am going to hex
Ooh, Hex, can we get a Hex
The
ring,
mage.
please?
hex ring.
The blue.
Hex the mage.
Oh, wait. Are you?
That's number, which one? Number 1?
Yes.
Wait, you're raging that, right?
Yep.
And
Where's the one that just lost a limb for something?
That was number 8.
I'm
think.
going to.
Or no, was it number 6?
Number 8 just lost a leg.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I was just wondering, like it.
Or no, it's 6.
Oh, and I'm over here.
Is that a
in
6
this
or an 8? No, that's an 8. Okay.
I attacked 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what do you want to? What skill do you want to impose disadvantage on with Hex? Strength,
see.
Dex, Con, Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma.
Intelligence.
Hex, Intelligence. Okay. And then you are concentrating on Hex. Hex concentration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need a concentration ring for Vivian as well. Concentration. I think it's
and
Concentration is the
You?
I'm going to shoot my longbow at her.
Okay.
Not lethally. I'm going to aim for a. I'm going to do my best to aim for a limb.
Yeah. Okay.
Jax's words were, if we could bring them back for a just trial. And y'all are like, murder.
I said not lethally.
What's hilarious is like throughout the campaign so far, every time someone's like, "I'm gonna attempt to do this non-lethally," it's like natural 20, critical injury, you fucking lose a limb, like every time.
I tried to give you a surrender. They didn't listen.
He did.
You also
He
have
did.
advantage on the strike because you are stealthed.
Oh, that's so much better.
Plus bless.
Plus bless.
Oh
Plus
my
bless.
gosh. Yeah, it's over.
Hashtag blessed.
Has to.
4.
Thank you, Tink.
Thank you,
Huh?
Tink.
Yep.
So 4
Sure,
plus
that's
12
4% of fairy.
plus 8.
No. Huh?
4 plus
Whoa.
12 plus 8.
4 plus 12 is 16.
15 plus
Plus
8 is 24.
Yeah, that hits.
4. All right, and then it is a 1d8.
Plus a d6 hex plus your mod.
Wait, so it's I rolled an 8.
Yep. And then you add the additional d6 with psychic damage for hex. Necrotic damage for hex.
Yeah.
Necro damage.
Oh, so roll a d6. I've not done hex before.
No,
so.
it's good. You're good.
Oh,
Yeah.
8 plus 4, 2.
Yeah, and then this is added to that.
2.
So 8 plus
And
4,
then-
so 12 plus 2 is 14.
Do I add the d4?
Nope.
No.
Nope, bless doesn't add damage.
Okay, cool. Yes.
That should hit.
So it's Yep. Okay. How's the magic of your hex look, and then how does it look when the shot impacts the individual, when the arrow impacts them?
I think it's kind of 2 in 1. So I've kind of hexed that arrow to shoot right into them, and as it hits into her, it kind of swarms in like a purple black smoke,
Yeah. Okay.
kind of absorbing her
Awesome.
and seeping in, and like as it seeps in, like veins kind of
Yeah, it
run
goes like
through.
from the arrow wound up the neck to the head, infecting the intelligence of the creature.
Yeah.
Cool, nice. Yeah, just and the arrow hits them, and they cry out in pain. They reel from that as you see the darkened marks climb up there. I imagine maybe some of their hair like falls out. Like it's pretty gnarly.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Anything else from you? You are no longer
Yeah.
stealth. They've clocked you in the tree now that they know that there's an archer from above.
Yeah. No, I'm good.
All right. It is their go. Okay. So let's get everybody moved. So this individual who's on the rope dart. I'm sorry. I'm super close to the mic. I'm
Yeah.
talking right now.
Yeah.
I'll just move that individual there. This individual. Your melee. What's your melee range? 5, 10. Is that in your melee range? What's your
I don't know what the melee range is for.
5 feet.
5 feet. It's 5 feet for giants.
Oh, okay, so they're gonna.
Unfortunately.
You'd think they would have fixed that.
Well, you get higher levels.
Oh yeah. I forget we're on
There.
So you
This
just cast.
individual is going to disengage and run away from you, Tom.
As you should.
Just like no.
Is this the other scared one? I can't see. There's a tree.
It's a 6.
Yeah. This individual is also going to disengage.
Yeah, he just
Oh
saw,
no! Wait. Oh yep.
He just saw his buddy get.
Yeah.
Right.
This guy has
Ripped off.
half a limb. He's just gonna like turn.
Cool.
I feel like he should be prone with half a limb right now.
Well, if he tries to run, he will fall prone. He loses movement from it. Technically, he lost a foot, not a whole leg.
Oh.
So.
She knocks him out of his boots. Probably the boots beside our own.
Yeah.
Yeah, his speed is halved unless he uses a crutch, which he has a spear, so he's using that as a cane or crutch. Or has some type of prosthesis or peg leg added later. But yeah, falls prone after and then he has disadvantage on dexterity checks made to balance. So it's disadvantage on strength or dex checks / saves, I guess. Okay, so first number 2, rope darted in, is going to just, you see this just front of aggression. They're getting yanked in by you, and with that momentum, dig their boots into the snow and just raise their weapon and come charging in to attack you. So they're gonna come and try to match you, wielding their melee weapon towards you. For a unnatural 20 to hit on the first one,
It does.
dealing, that's going to be 5 points of slashing damage to you.
Okay.
Halved because you're raging, thank you. So 2 points of that damage.
Okay.
And then that is all that individual does is they run up to you. They come up, they slash at you. They're now in melee range of you. The 2 individuals on Uador are going to attempt to attack you. First one is going to be a 22 to hit.
Just kidding. It is.
For 2 points of slashing damage. The other one only gets a 13 to hit you, and that misses your AC, so slashes against your giant shield, no damage. The other 2 move a distance away, pull out light crossbows, and are going to attempt to attack you, Akhenaton.
I did not reckless attack, so it's straight shot.
Yes, straight shot. The first one is going to be a 16 to hit you, which misses. And then a 21, which will hit, not a crit. Dealing, it's a light crossbow. It's going to be 4 points of piercing damage, reduced to 2 because you're raging. It makes impact into you, into your fur, and you feel it in your chest, and
Yeah.
you don't have any silver or iron, nothing right now with your moon dice?
Nope.
Yeah, so you're good.
He looks at the fuck? Who shot me? Away?
These two.
Which one specifically?
This one hit you.
Copy.
Number, what is that, number 6?
6.
Noted.
Oh no. And then while you're distracted being shot from behind, an individual sneaks up behind you.
Great.
That's going to be a 22 to hit.
Well, for 21 hits, the 22
Yeah.
sure as hell.
Don't get snacky.
That's going to be...
Hey, you snarky if I want. I got stretched that.
Angry.
Don't get snapped.
Don't get snacky.
7 points of piercing damage as you are stabbed from behind with a knife.
Good.
And it was a little bit of extra because it was kind of a sneak attack type situation.
So 3.
And yes, reduced to 3. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, which you're good at.
And I'm blessed.
And you're blessed.
Hashtag blitz.
Blessed.
Well, unfortunately, I'm a racing barbarian. That should be a 19.
19. You feel the venom or the poison coursing through on this poison blade into your system, and you kind of feel this like icy hot in your veins, and it just cleanses the poison out of your system as you shrug it off. And they pull back the blade, waiting for the poison to take effect, and the crooked teeth of this cloaked halfling just kind of look at you. They're like, ah, fuck! And then they realize what they're looking at is you don't look like what at all you looked like a moment ago, and realize that they might have fucked up. But I think, who's that? Everybody's go except the guy in the middle. Guy in the middle is going to move over here.
Mr.
Who's
Hex Man.
Hex guy, 5, 10, 15, 20. Uses action, is going to undo one of these horses from their things, and he climbs on top of said horse.
Oh, he
And
fleeing?
has an arrow in his chest.
He fleeing, little coward?
And that ends their turn, going to the top of the round. But due to time, that's where we end our episode.
Oh!
One round of initiative in. So
Okay.
we will continue the action next time. Thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.
Bye!
Farewell, friends.